kick things off with the 2025 outlook and our most anticipated games of the year. So, boys, I do have a fairly full release schedule for you guys. Now, I just want you guys to know, whenever I build this list, I always go off Wikipedia. 2020 whatever in video games, and I go off that. So if I'm missing a game, I'm sorry. I tried to find all the ones that I thought that you guys would like. But just kind of like a TLDR. I mean, we'll go through it, but kind of just a general, like, let's just look at the year and just kind of look at what we've got coming for us. I picked out what I kind of deemed like the industry headlining games, the ones that would kind of take the main stream of things. And so, obviously we got GTA 6 that is currently slated for this year. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the remake of the third game. Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Monster Hunter Wild, Split Fiction, Borderlands 4, Metroid Prime 4, Elden Ring Night Rain, Ghost of Yotai, Mafia the Old Country, Crimson Desert, Fable, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Civ 7, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Avowed, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Expedition 33, Doom the Dark Ages, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, Outer Worlds 2, Pokemon Legends CA, and South of Midnight. Those are kind of like the big games, I think, as of now. There's some others that obviously we would consider big games to us. I definitely have some in there myself for my most anticipated. But I'm talking like just from a general mainstream industry like headlining standpoint. Looking at that list, we got a pretty damn good list of games, especially when you're factoring in
be
that
honest.
we're all expecting a Switch 2 and whatever they've got coming as well.
I didn't realize South of Midnight would be considered a headliner.
I've seen so much conversation.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
That's why I threw it in there.
It's been a
Has it popped off recently?
Yes.
well that and after the first showcase where they kind of initially showed it off, it got a lot of time at this year's Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it got a lot of time. I mean, hey, I'm happy because I've been ready for it since that first trailer. As soon as I knew it was going to be like Southern folklore,
Yep.
I was so happy.
Yeah, no, dude, the amount of I see South of Midnight stuff almost probably daily right now in my timeline. Maybe it's because it's my timelines, whether it's TikTok or Twitter. I don't know, but like, I feel like the hype is there. But so I threw it part of the industry. I feel like it's going to make waves when it comes out.
Hey, I'm happy for it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, just looking at this list and, again, not even factoring the fact that, we're going to expect something from Nintendo, obviously, with the Switch 2 and whatever games they have there. I mean, like, I feel like we got a damn good year ahead of us. I mean, there's a lot of great games coming out this year, even if it's games that, like, we're not necessarily excited for, but just excited to see what they can do for the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's a damn good game. I mean, what's you guys' immediate reaction?
I mean, overall, solid. We have at least a very heavy first quarter. We're
That's
still
true.
sort of
Figuring out the rest.
in the dark as usual at the beginning of the year of what we're going to be looking for the rest of the year. So outlook for the first quarter is looking great.
Yeah.
As it stands, mid-year might be sort of lacking as it stands, depending on whether people want to get it out around summertime or want to save stuff for holiday season.
Yeah, because that was something that was kind of interesting that I noticed. I feel like this year especially, we really don't know a lot from summer and on. Like we really don't. Like we know a couple things. Like we know like Mafia is going to be a summer title.
Yep.
GTA in the fall. It's kind of about it. Everything else, it's like we'll see. Or Crimson Desert in the fall as well. I think. Everything else, it's like we'll see, or it's first of the year. And I don't know, maybe a part of that is kind of just waiting on the big reveal of the Switch 2 and just kind of hammering out maybe some, development details on games and stuff. I don't know. But, like, this year is kind of very heavy front-loaded. It's kind of a set and wait sort of situation. Because January is not bad. It's got a pretty decent, couple games there kind of interesting. February and March, though, are just packed.
Yeah.
Pretty much the beginning, like the first quarter and the last quarter of the year are pretty big hitters for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For you especially.
Like for me, because February, March, there's like 5 games in there that I'm like pretty excited to play.
Yeah.
And then like end of the year, like later in the year is when we're expecting Crimson Desert to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, wasn't expecting it, but now very excited for it. Celeste 2. All we know is it's coming out towards the end of the year.
Okay. Yeah, that was not on the game list. So thank you for shouting that out.
Yeah, all they said was late 2025 on it. So
Yep.
for there, like that's one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm extremely excited about that. So yeah, I've got the beginning and the end of the year kind of settled in place as far as what I'm probably going to be playing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bunch of games in like February, March. We'll see which of those actually hold my attention,
Yeah,
because I'll
sticks
probably
with you.
try to play all of them. But inevitably, one or two of them are just gonna grab me, and we'll see when I get back to the others.
Right.
I'm gonna try to be better this year about actually beating the games that I start.
I agree. That's something I need to get better on.
I've said that before, but like, I mean, you say it a lot of times, you don't mean it, or you may have the good intention of meaning it. A little different now. I actually Dragon Age made me feel pretty good about actually completing a game.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try to focus more on actually finishing it, not necessarily platinuming everything, but
At least finish it.
Finishing the main story.
At least
Yeah.
getting through it and seeing it to the end.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that. Because the past few years I have been bad. It's like 2 years ago I bought so many games and did not beat I think a single one.
Well, 2023 was the year I would play every game for 8 hours
Yeah.
and then stop.
Yep. That'd be about me too. Anywhere from 4 to 8 hours, and then it's like, I'll come back to this.
and
I mean,
then-
hence like Sonic Frontiers, great example. I played like 15 hours when it came out, and I just now went back to it, and I put like 25 hours in since
Yeah.
I went back to it just recently.
Yeah, and then I've gotten bad in like 2023 and 2024 about getting really into whatever the new free-to-play looter shooter is,
Oh yeah,
and
John Staple.
completely dragged me away from whatever I was playing, and then
Yeah.
I just drop it and I never go back.
Right. So let's go by some of these first couple months here, just kind of get an idea of what we got coming up. So for January, I kind of picked out, I guess, headlining titles in some capacity. I mean, the 7th, right, to kick things off, you have a new Wise game, or at least it's the PS5 and Nintendo Switch release over here, I believe. The 10th is actually a game I'm looking forward to, and that's Freedom Wars Remastered. Originally a PS Vita game. Looks really cool. Cool that it's getting a remaster. I'm actually interested to check this out. Really interesting concept on this one.
You know, a lot of times this would be where I say something about being
I know.
excited for the remasters. I got one coming up in just a couple lines.
Yeah, you do.
I was
buddy.
honestly surprised when you put Freedom Wars in here.
It looks cool. Like never played it on the PS Vita. Didn't have a Vita, but it just looks cool. I think it looks like have you played it?
No, I never had a Vita.
Okay.
I mean, I've looked into it, but
Okay. Well, whatever. Either way, it looks like a fun game. I want to check it out. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and then we got one of Zach's games with Dynasty Warriors Origins,
Yep.
and then John got a remaster there for you.
Tales of Graces F Remastered. One of the more requested remasters from the Tales series. I haven't played it.
I guess I don't remember it as fondly as other people do.
It's one that people look like. If you look at lists of like Tales games where like people kind of rank them, Tales of Graces is always kind of highly ranked, or at least like in the upper ranks of it. Haven't played it. Excited for this to come out though.
Yeah.
Like I've said before, I'm always glad for more accessibility for some of these games. Like especially like remasters, bringing them up so we can play them on current consoles.
Right.
I mean, we can dig out the PS3.
I mean, we can, but I mean, some of the other most highly requested Tales games are also on the PS3.
I literally have all of them.
Yeah, I know I have them too, but I don't have a working PS3, and I don't want to have to come take yours anytime I want to play it.
No, that would never leave the house because I don't think I'd ever see it again.
Nah, not that one. That was cool.
That's the God of War one, right?
When you bought that, I had a PS3 at the time. I almost bought it when we went to get it for you because it was that specific one.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask for it. That's just what they pulled out.
Yeah, they just pulled it out. I'm like, well, damn, you could have showed me that first.
It's actually, oh, cool. Whatever.
I just needed a PS3.
Yeah. No, speaking of like special edition PlayStations, while I was down in Dallas, I was we were chilling, getting ready to go to Sonic, right? We had probably like a couple hours to spare, and I was just trying to find something to do while we were chilling. There was a game store like 10 minutes from us, and I was like, yeah, let me go check out their site, kind of get the vibe, And it brought me to their Facebook where they, it's kind of like one of our stores where they post what they get. Like 2 weeks ago. So I was like, I know it's probably not there, but I told her, I was like, emergency, we need to go now. They posted they got a Spider-Man PS4. And I told her if I walked in and it was there, I'm not walking out without it. They did not have it though.
Yeah, I bet not.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 2 weeks ago is when they posted it from the time, from last Saturday. I'm like, it's probably not there, but damn it, we are going to look. I will have that PS4 one day. But anyway, on the 28th, though, has a game called Eternal Strands, which this one is coming to Game Pass. It's a action RPG. It actually looks pretty cool. When I was making this list and I saw, I'm like, why does that sound familiar? And I went back and watched the trailer. I think it was like a Summer Game Fest where it was revealed. It actually looks like a pretty cool game. Coming to Game Pass, it is one of the games that I will be checking out this month. It looks like it'd be a pretty fun time. Then we have Phantom Brace, The Last Hero. And Zach, you have a game here for you.
Yeah.
Citizen Sleeper 2, Star Wars Victor.
I can only hope it's as good as Citizen Sleeper was.
Yeah.
Such well done storytelling in that game.
That was one of our top 10 Gamestetic games of the year that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made the list for you. Shout out to that. I saw Citizen Sleeper on there. I'm like, oh, Zach will be happy about that one. So
Yeah, I've been watching it since they announced it a year or two ago, I want to say. Maybe it was just a year ago. No.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, good. I feel like good, like nice January. It's not a pop off January, but I mean, you got Dynasty Warriors and Citizen Sleeper. I've got Freedom Wars and Eternal Strands. You've got some Tales remaster action. We all got something to do this month.
I mean, technically, the Wise Memoriams also would be on my list.
Yeah, it would be for you. Yeah. So shout out. And then you have February. Well, February is just has stuff.
Yeah,
all right?
February's fucked up.
It has stuff. So the 4th, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. On the 5th, we have The Rift of the Necrodancer. And then on the 11th, you have Civ 7.
Woo.
So big shout out to that one. 14th, you've got Assassin's Creed Shadows, Trails Through Daybreak 2, the English version of it. And then you have Tomb Raider 4 through 6 remaster. Shout out to that. 18th, Avowed, as well as Lost Records Bloom and Rage Tape 1.
What even is that?
That is the new game from Don't Nod, the original Life is Strange creators. It was in Summer Game Fest, maybe, or I think it was Summer Game Fest, maybe Game Awards. I can't remember. But it was like I think it was like 80s based or something like that. Mixtapes and stuff. It just looked like a weird, wacky time. But it's a Don't Nod game, right? It's Life is Strange creators, so I imagine it's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah. Then
The best pirate simulator of the year.
True.
I was gonna say like Avowed. I'm not like super excited for this game anymore. It's been too long for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play
You
it.
were just excited a month ago.
I mean, the thing is, it's exciting to see it, but it's been so long.
Right.
Like we've been waiting on this game for what feels like 5 years.
Yeah. Been a hot minute.
I just feel like I'm just happy I never cared about it, so I can just skip on this one.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna play it.
I'm
so.
gonna play it. I don't have high expectations for it. I'm gonna at least try it, or I may wait for you to say something about it and see if, or like wait till it comes out and actually see what the opinion of it is.
Right.
But this is one that I know a lot of people are excited for, and I would like to be excited for it. It's just
Not right now.
it's just one of those where it's like you had my attention 2 years ago, and we still don't have it.
Right. Then, like Zach said, we have Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii on the 21st. It's a big shout out to that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection on the 27th. Looking forward to that one.
That's gonna be fun.
Which one?
Like a dragon.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Early
Okay.
Days collection.
Okay.
We're so excited for this. This is going to be so
Is there an
dumb.
actual list of all the games that are in
Yeah,
that
they
one?
finally released the actual list, and one of the biggest ones that I wanted to see made it. So I'm pretty
Which
stoked.
was
Forbidden. No, not
Forbidden Memories?
No, that's a PlayStation 1 game.
I mean, it is. I own it.
Yeah, no, me too. Let me look up the game.
But yeah, this
Battle
early.
City?
Worldwide Edition. I have no clue
That's
what the one. Like that's the one based in Battle City. It was like a blue cover. Love that game. Love that game to death. Played the crap out of it.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection. That's going to be. That's the nostalgia pack.
is.
Pack for us.
It is.
I'm happy for. I didn't have some of the games that are in it, but
Yeah.
the ones that I did have are in it. I'm very excited for.
I saw a rumor kind of circulating that after this Early Days collection, there will be another collection that will have like the 3D Yu-Gi-Oh games, so like Duels of Roses, Falsebound Kingdom, stuff like that. I'm like, I want it because that would have Forbidden Memories. So it's like that would be in there, baby. Let's go. I want that too. But no, that's gonna be fun. And then the next day on the 28th, you have Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh, that's gonna be. I'm gonna be playing a lot of that.
I was about to say that's gonna take a lot of people's time in the internet for a while.
That'll be the game that I play throughout the entirety of 2025.
Yeah, that's gonna be your big game. It's the whole reason why Christina got a PlayStation 5 is to play that. Then moving on to March on the 6th, we have Fragpunk. Shout
The
out
most
that one.
interesting team shooter we're gonna have.
The team shooter, hero shooter, whatever you want to call it, that I'm actually excited for.
Yep, Fragpunk looks so cool.
I don't like. It just looks like stupid fun.
Its gimmick
Yeah.
is top tier. It's gonna be fun. Whether I stick with it is debatable, but I'll at least play it.
I will play this game, and I will probably play it obsessively for a couple weeks, and then never touch it again.
That's probably going to be the John MO, yeah. I will not play it day one because it also comes out the same day as Split Fiction. So I will be playing Split Fiction.
I mean, you're gonna pull Christina away from Monster Hunter.
Yes, and she will play Split Fiction with me. It'll be great. No, honestly, a lot of stuff coming out there on the 6th. You got Fragpunk, Split Fiction, and then you get the Suikoden 1 and 2 remasters coming out. And then a new Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive.
Not just a Dead or Alive, a Dead or Alive Extreme.
Yeah, Venus Vacation Prism.
We're going
Dead or
back to
Alive
the
Extreme.
to where physics don't matter for people's bodies.
I put that on there just for you.
I wonder if this is the censored one of the band Dead or Alive I sent you a picture of. I found
Oh, yeah, yeah.
because I've never actually looked into this one. I have no idea what this one is.
Well, I guess you'll find out on the 6th.
No, I won't.
No, why not?
I've
Come
never.
on.
I've literally never played any of the extremes.
Well, now it's your time.
Yeah, Zach is an enjoyer.
of the actual Dead or Alive.
He's an enjoyer of
fair.
Dead or Alive. He's not.
I'm not
Like-
here for the TNA of extreme.
Coward.
All right, I'm doing a quick fact check. Why did I have Wander Stop on here as a
I don't
shout
know
out?
what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
I don't know what it is either. That's why I'm looking it up. Why did I have it as a shout out? It's a cozy game. The publisher is Annapurna, so shout out to that. It's a narrative centric cozy game about change and tea. So shout out to that coming out on the 11th. Then the 18th.
You say change in T, or
It says change ANT
Okay.
is what it says on Steam. So shout out. 18th, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage Tape 2. I believe there's only 2 tapes. At least that's what was listed. So I guess just 2 parts for that one, and we're done. 20th, we have the Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. 21st, Zach, you got one of your games here. At least you said you were excited for this, right?
yeah,
Altaria Yuma?
Yeah, most definitely the Altaria series.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be the start of the new trilogy.
Yep, shout out. And we also have Bleach Rebirth of Souls, a Bleach fighting game that apparently looks good.
It
I don't know.
looks solid. Everything
Yeah.
I've seen for it actually looks okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it's going to be an anime fighter that's not dog shit like JJK last year.
It doesn't have any of the standard red flags of regular anime fighters, so
Yeah. There you go.
Is that just like an arena fighter?
No,
or
it's
is
like
it,
an
or
actual-
is it like an actual 2D fighter.
more 3D fighter, similar like almost DBZ style almost.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. Let's see. Next would be on the 25th, Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game. So
I'm out.
Don't know what it is. I'll probably look into it. I'm not saying I'll play it, but
it's-
I'll look into it.
It's a life simulator
it's
as
a
a
life-
hobbit.
it's
Probably play it.
yeah, it's a life sim as a hobbit, romance, and do your farming and do your
Build your
things.
hobbit
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
That'll probably I'll buy that on something, and that'll be one of my handheld games.
Shout out. 27th, we have Atomfall and the first Berserker Kazan, which you shout out recently, I believe.
What, the first Berserker?
yeah,
Yeah.
didn't you
Yeah.
shout that out
If
recently?
we get actual gameplay,
Yeah,
maybe.
First Berserker Kazan. I'm. This is one where like we don't really know what this game is yet.
I mean, I'm still intrigued because it's DNF universe.
Yeah. We haven't actually seen anything besides cinematics on it, but the cinematics look fucking incredible.
And the concept of it seems very interesting.
So I will be excited to see more about that. And this is probably one of the few like I don't really know what's going on, but I'm gonna pick it up games.
I feel that.
I don't have many of those this year.
I'm
but
leaning towards it's going to be a Souls-like game, but hey, who knows?
No.
That's what I'm expecting.
No. We also have Atomfall, which I'm excited for. That's going. I mean, I'm lukewarm excited.
Which one was that?
It's like a Fallout game.
yeah. That one does look good.
Yeah.
It's like if Civilization kind of fell apart from like a disaster, something you're kind of just going around.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. And then sometime that month, you have the Killing Floor 3 to be announced.
That'll be cool.
Killing Floor getting a revival.
Yep.
Killing Floor is fun.
The only things confirmed for April at this time is on the 24th, Fatal Fury City of Wolves. The 100 line Last Defense, which is one of those games where John called me out when it was revealed at Nintendo Direct. Like, that's going to be one of those games that you say you're not excited for, but then you're going to pick it up. So we'll see if I end up doing that. And then at some point, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, will be coming out that month as well.
I didn't realize I got a subtitle.
Yep. The Girl Who Steals Time. And then the only other major confirmed date for the year is in October on the 23rd with Double Dragon Revive.
A wild side scroller beat 'em up.
Right. After that, it's a shit ton of unscheduled games. I mean, Q1, Q2,
Basically,
we have
just everything that they've said for the year,
Yes.
but didn't tell us a date yet.
Yeah, exactly. Because like Q1, Q2, we have Exhibition 33, which is one of our most anticipated games.
Yeah.
Probably my most anticipated.
It's my number one, spoiler alert.
It's like in my top 3 for sure.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think it's in my top, but I mean, I'll be playing it with y'all.
Yeah. Delta Force, Dune Awakening, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Phantom Brave Lost Hero, and Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, all for Q1, Q2. I know for Expedition, it very specifically said spring. So I'm thinking March, April. Q4, the only confirmed ones there is Crimson Desert, Dying Light, The Beast, GTA 6, and Trails in the Sky First Chapter. That's it for...
Crimson Desert, also in my top 3. I've been waiting on this game for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And then Trails in the Sky First Chapter, very excited for.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to allow a lot of people to really dive into that series for the first time who may have been just looking from the outside in.
I've been looking for an excuse to dive into it. I have the first game on Steam.
Yeah.
I haven't started it yet. I was looking into doing it like earlier this year, and then this got announced.
Yeah.
So I've been just waiting for it.
Yeah. And then for everything that's to be announced, I'm not going to read through all this. Let me go through and just handpick some stuff that we did not say earlier.
Backyard sports game.
I was going to shout that out first for you. New backyard sports game for John. Big shout out. Got a Capcom Fighting Collection, a new Dark Pictures anthology, Directive 8020.
We still need to play through those, Alex.
I know. I just picked them up recently. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Why is that on this list?
I think it's getting its 1.0 release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's on.
It was on the list.
It's on Steam right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
which is the only reason I was curious.
Yeah, it was on the list. We have John's Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake.
I think those are supposed to be the first part of the year.
Okay, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see. Greedfall 2, Dying World. I tried the first Greedfall. I need to actually go back and finish it.
It's a fun game.
Yeah. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando.
What is that?
I don't remember the full gameplay. I just remember it looking cool, and I saw John Carpenter involved because he's a massive gamer. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll play it.
Also, why'd we just skip over Fable?
Because we already shot Fable earlier.
Did we?
Yeah. Of like industry headlining games. Was it not on the list? It should have
Nope.
been. Yeah, it's on there. I said Fable earlier. It's right between Crimson Desert and Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I don't remember you saying that.
I said it.
I mean,
But Fable.
not to say spoilers, but I don't think so.
Wow. Okay. Little Nightmares 3. Let's see. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. Mouse PI for Hire. That one looks cool.
Oh, I wanted to throw it out there. Is this Game of Thrones Kingsguard? Is that the game that was announced
Yes.
at the Game Awards?
Yep.
Wanted to throw that out there. I'm not necessarily looking forward to it, but it does look like some sort of interesting RPG self-inserted character type thing.
I mean, I'm not a big Game of Thrones person either, but I mean, I was definitely intrigued by it.
It looked, at least graphically, it looked good.
Yeah.
So as long as they kind of have the self-inserted part and not trying to have you play through the story, you just happen to be there while stuff is happening and you're doing your own thing, I think this could be incredible.
Oh, it could be a very good game, and
True.
in that world, as long as as you said there, it's just this is happening alongside this timeline.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Where was that? Yeah, Mouse PI for Hire. Professor Layton in the New World of Steam. Shout out. Shadow Labyrinth. Slay the Spire 2. Stormgate. Virtua Fighter. Wise vs. Trails. And Wise X. Proud Nordics.
You know what you didn't add in there? Dispatch.
Oh yeah, why wasn't that on the list?
I don't
that
know.
went
It's
through?
scheduled for 2025. They don't
Yeah,
have an
it
actual
is.
release
Yeah,
date.
no, you're right.
Is that the one where
That's the Telltale
Yeah,
superhero.
Okay, I was
yeah.
wondering. I couldn't think of the name of it, but I was wondering why that wasn't on the first part of the list.
I don't know why.
That is one of my top 3
Yeah.
anticipated games for the year. Is Dispatch.
See, like I said, I went
wouldn't
off the
put-
Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
It wasn't on there for some reason.
I wouldn't put that in like top 3, but that's a guaranteed pickup.
Oh, it's top 3 for me, hands down.
All right, I gotta add Dispatch to my most anticipated real quick. Forgot about it. My bad. Cool, it's on the list.
I have not forgotten about that game since that trailer.
That 10 out of 10. Can't wait. But overall, top to bottom, I feel like we have a damn good 2025. I really
mean,
do.
if all these games actually release this year,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a decent spread throughout the year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and right out of the gate, I feel like we can already pinpoint like Game of the Year nominees and stuff. At least probably like 3 of them at least. Because there's going to be a couple random ones. Because I will say, Game of the Year is going to be interesting to kind of pinpoint. I feel like this year I'm going to really try to hammer it. 'Cause something I've noticed the trend of the last few years is they always want to include, it seems like an indie game of some capacity. Because it's been like that for multiple years now.
Well, unless something just comes and blows it out of the water, Split Fiction is probably gonna make it in that list.
Split Fiction, GTA 6,
Well,
like I think
yeah.
those 2 are locks.
I was thinking back to this Game Awards that just happened,
Yeah.
and was there an indie game besides Balatro in there?
No. And
Because-
I think the year before was Stray.
Yeah, because like at least this past year, it's like there were some games that you could look at and say, yeah, they probably got snubbed for like a Game of the Award, but Balatro I think is one of the few exceptions of like an indie game, like a true indie game
Yep.
that was like, yeah, but that deserves to stand up there with those
Right.
Titans.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like we have honestly a really good list of games coming out this year. There's a lot to be excited for, especially as we just continue to get more dates. You know, that's kind of the big thing. And I feel like they'll probably start to see something happen over really just, I think these next 2 months alone. I think we may start to see some movement.
I would hope by mid-February we've gotten something
Yeah, at least kind of hammering out the, that
next quarter.
yeah, the next quarter especially, that Q2, the April to like June range, kind of hammer that out a little bit. And I personally, I'll go ahead and say this too. Like, I think we're going to see a Switch 2 reveal. Like, guys, like I'm not joking, next week. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think it's like next week it's going to happen. And I feel like once that happens, you can kind of start to hammer out a little bit more on some of these games, as well as like, I guess, like what Nintendo's going to do for the year and stuff like that.
They're not going to announce anything until they announce the Switch 2.
Yeah.
And when they announce the Switch 2, they'll have like their 2 big games that
Yeah.
are going to come out with it, and
Yep.
then over the year we'll have more stuff announced.
Exactly, and it's gonna be the same thing for even third parties, because there are like plenty of third parties that's kind of waiting for the Switch 2 because they're gonna piggyback off of it. So
Yeah.
I know like one is Christina's gotten ungodly addicted to My Time at Sandrock, and that next game, My Time at whatever it's called,
Portia or whatever.
No, that's the first
No.
one. That's
Oh,
the
is
first
it?
one. Whatever the new one's going to be, it's confirmed to be on the next Nintendo console. Like the devs, like, yeah, this is 100% happening. So they're going to kind of piggyback off that. So I feel like that's kind of what we're waiting on right now. Just right here at the beginning of January, we're just, all right, Nintendo, do your thing, and then all the rest of the dominoes will start to fall for the rest of the industry. With some other developer directs to come after, because there's rumors of developer direct for Xbox this month and stuff like that. So I think we're just kind of waiting on that, in my opinion. Which I'm telling you guys, like, if there's a reveal this week, don't be surprised, because I think it's possible. There's a couple of things that I've seen that could make it possible. One thing is just needs to go ahead and kind of get it done. It's been leaked out the wazoo, and with some of these titles coming out because I think it's going to come out anywhere from like March to May range. Need to go ahead and kind of get it out there, right? But I can't remember their name, but there was a Chinese leaker that completely leaked the June Direct, top to bottom, perfectly.
For who?
Nintendo.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks in advance, and they've been kind of teasing like January 6th, January 8th. They've been kind of teasing some dates, so we'll see. But I mean, overall though, with the games coming out, with the new Nintendo console coming out, like I feel like 2025 is going to be a crazy year. Like, just from a gaming standpoint alone, I mean, we have a hell of a slate to kind of look at and get excited for. With that, let's touch on our most anticipated. What are you guys' most anticipated games for the year?
Dispatch.
Dispatch looks incredible. It is on my list now that you reminded me.
Expedition 33 and Crimson Desert are probably in my top two.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably my top two. The Trails in the Sky first chapter, purely because I've been wanting to get into that series for like 2 or 3 years now, and there's going to be a new entry point that they've said, hey, if you've ever wanted to, this is the time to do it.
Yep.
So it's like those are probably like 3 of the biggest ones. Also, obviously, Dispatch I'm very excited for.
Fable.
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
I was going to say, besides Dispatch for me would be South of Midnight, Mafia: The Old Country. I'm still very intrigued by Shadow Labyrinth.
True. That's on my list.
Yeah. Also, Celeste 2. I mentioned it before.
Yep.
Very high on my list of anticipated games. Don't know when it's coming out yet. Although they have also thrown out that a demo could be available for Celeste 2 as soon as the next Steam Next Fest.
Dang.
So we'll see if that actually happens, and if that does happen, you can bet I'll be in there playing it.
Right.
I mean, probably out of my currently what we know of, one of my most anticipated would be Outer Worlds 2. So
Yeah. True. True.
Yeah, I've got on my list for the year to go back and play Outer Worlds again, and make it all the way through this time.
Did you ever play? Oh, you didn't make it all the way, so you didn't play the DLC. Okay.
No, I let some of the like default systems in the game get to me last time. I was annoyed at the weapon system and how bare bones it was, and didn't like the equipment in the game, but it was fun enough. I should have just kept playing through. So definitely gonna go back through it this year, and probably will play the DLCs.
For me, Expedition 33 is my top. It's my Black Myth Wukong for the year. Split Fiction would be my second, and Crimson Desert would be my third. If I had to do my current top 3, like all 3 of those, I've been very excited for. Fable, South of Midnight, Avowed, Prime 4, Doom: The Dark Ages. Man, that trailer they revealed at their Xbox showcase, that looked so sick. So that's on my list.
It's sad we're not getting another. What was I can't even think. Animal Crossing with Doom.
Oh yeah. Where it's Isabel and the Doom guy, whatever. Yep. Pokemon Legends ZA. I mean, obviously we don't know anything about it, but it's Pokemon. It's Legends.
I mean, we really haven't seen anything new about it, so
it's pretty low. Like I for my list that I made, it rounds out probably about like 9 to 10, just because it's like it's Pokemon. You know, it's going to be fun in some capacity, but it's not higher at the moment.
I also feel it's because we know nothing about it.
Yeah.
I think as soon as we actually get a revel,
It's going up the list.
of what it is, it's gonna shoot up to like Mighty Year's like top 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
probably.
100%.
I mean, be very curious to see what they decide to do with this Legend. So,
Yep.
seeing as we know it's somehow based around building one of the cities.
Yep. Or enhancing the city is
Yeah.
more so what it is. Dispatch, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, Shadow Labyrinth, Mouse, PI for Hire, and then a couple games for this month, Eternal Strength, Freedom Wars. And then, of course, honestly, I'm probably the only one excited for this one, but it's low on my list. Like, I put it at number 10, just as like giving it that honorable, like, all right, you can lock into that 10 spot. Honestly, I'm excited for GTA 6. Not for my own personal enjoyment. GTA games, they're fine. Like, I enjoy them. I don't love them. They're fine. But the reason I'm excited for it is because, like, this doesn't even go with gaming. Like, this goes as, you know, let's say me being a big football fan. I'm a football fan first, then like a Chicago Bears fan second. You know, and I'm a gaming fan first before I'm a fan of whatever. I love seeing history being made. You know what I mean? And I just can't wait for that game to come out and see what it does to the industry.
Oh, most definitely.
Like, that's the only reason why I'm excited for it, is I just want to see the reaction. I want to see the numbers that it does, you know?
You want to see some comically large player numbers.
Yes, that. Like, that's what I want to see. I love witnessing history be made like that. So, yeah, I'm excited for it, but not for my own personal, like, oh, man, I'm going to play the hell out of that game. I'll probably play it for like 20 hours, not beat it, and not pick it back up. I'm just going to be honest. That's most of my GTA experiences, with the exception of 4 and San Andreas. Those are the only ones that I've beat. The rest of them, I've come close, and I've just put it down.
There's a decent chance I'll end up playing it. I don't get too into like GTA and
Yeah,
that.
they're fine.
For me, they've always just been a fun like fuck around game.
True.
So if I play it, that's what it'll be. It'll be a game that I jump into to have a good time for an hour and turn it off.
Yeah, no, that's what it's going to be for me. So, like, it being on my most anticipated, it's strictly just from, just can't wait to see it come out and just the records it'll break, the hype around it,
Oh, most
just
definitely.
the player numbers. Like, I love seeing that stuff.
I mean, it's set up to be able to do phenomenal numbers whenever it releases,
yeah,
as long as everything goes to plan.
yeah, exactly.
It's not even
Yep.
it won't even have to go to plan. As long as it releases.
I don't know. I mean, if it has a poor launch, I mean,
Even if it has
If
a poor
that
launch,
had a
it's
poor
gonna
launch.
break.
it's still gonna break records.
GTA 5 is still like in the like top sellers.
Number 2 all time.
It's well, like even now, like it
Yeah.
still maintains like
Whereas-
almost month by month
Yeah.
being like a top seller for
So-
almost every platform it's on, which is wild.
Yes.
Like 10 years in.
yeah.
Because like it's an ongoing joke with Spawn Wave anytime he covers any sort of like sales numbers update on stuff where it's like here's the sales numbers for the month or whatever, and he's like, and there's GTA 5, and he'll always ask the question, who still has not bought GTA 5 at this point? Like, how many more people can you sell this game to?
I mean, it can go till every single person has at least one copy of GTA 5.
Yep.
I probably have 2.
I only got one.
I don't even have one anymore because the one I had was physical for the Xbox 360.
Yeah,
Shout out, it came out on the 360.
I probably have a couple because I know I
It did
bought
come
it
on
on
360, right?
I think I bought it on like a standalone store or something on
Yeah.
PC. And then like if I don't know where I bought it, I mean it's not like it's an expensive game. You can buy it again for like $5.
Right.
But say, yeah, I didn't buy it till the one, so
Yeah. Like I got it on a Black Friday, I think, and for 360, I just confirmed that. Yes, it was 360. I got it for, and I remember that's when I tore my
it's sort of
Achilles.
sad we got to search up what original console came out.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say you bought it on 360 and we're two generations later.
About to possibly go into a third here near soon.
Yeah, and 6 is finally going to come out. Yeah, I know. It's what Zach said to shoot. It's sad that you have to fact check what console it came out on. It's been that long, man. 2013. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, I'm excited to see that game come out. Although, like, as long as it comes out like halfway decent, it's game of the year. Like, yeah, that's the kind of
Probably.
that's the kind of crappy part about this year. It's like we have such an amazing year of games, right? If you just take GTA 6 out of the equation, it's just like, oh my God, who's gonna win? Like, there's so many great games. It's like you put GTA 6 in the equation, it's like, well, it's GTA 6.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. But I mean, other than that, it's gonna be a good year. But no, I'm very, very pumped for Expedition though. And I'm glad it's coming out just here in spring, and we don't have long to wait. Same thing with like Split Fiction. Don't have long to wait on that one. So like what, 40? I mean, look, 61 days. 61 days. Got it right here. Shout out to that. 45 days to Avowed. Shout out to that. So, no, Expedition 33 just looks incredible. From the moment it was first revealed, instantly hooked. Every trailer since, still hooked. Man, I can't wait for it. Is there any other games you guys want to shout that I might have missed? 'Cause I know you guys have already kind of shouted some. I just want to do, double check here.
Not right now. I get a lot more into like some of the indie games and stuff that come out on like PC throughout the year. So as they come up, I'll shout them out.
Yeah, true. And again, it's still kind of at a point. There's so much that we don't know about the year. We know about this first quarter. We're cooking this first quarter, but after that, it's like okay, we'll
So
see.
you shout out to something that didn't come out in 2025, but Mr. Zach over there finally went and picked it up.
Oh yeah,
He
Esports
finally
Godfather.
picked up Esports Godfather over
Yeah, I bought it
there.
yesterday.
Shout out! I saw it was on sale.
Oh, I didn't buy it on sale. I bought it full price. I'm going to give them all my money.
Okay, I got the notification today that it was on sale.
I saw you bought it, and I went, I need to play some more of that.
One of those games that if it somehow got the right matchup in our bracket, it would have got pushed straight to the finals.
Oh, it's debatable. Depending on what it was up against, me and John may have pushed a game a
Yeah.
year for us.
If it was on the other side of the bracket, it probably would have won.
Just think about that for a second. Esports Godfather winning the first Gamestetic Game of the Year bracket.
We would have beat Astrobot.
I know. That's funny. Shout out.
That was one of my favorite games to come out last year.
I mean, I haven't even played the full release, and it's still one of my favorite games last year.
Hey, as long as it's one of your favorites, man, yeah, it deserves to get pushed to the moon. Strap a rocket to that bad boy. If it would have got a better matchup, because what knocked it out? I think it was something where you looked at me and you're like, "Oh, fuck you."
Yeah,
it was something.
it was Zenless and esports.
That's what it was. I'm sorry, man.
It's more to me because like I knew where I was going with it.
Yeah.
I knew where he was gonna have to go with it. So yeah, that was.
It wasn't intentional. I was even on the phone with you or texting you where trying to rank some of these things. It's just how you start from the top and you work your way down. 1 versus 32, 2 versus 31, and it's just how the cookie crumbled, man. I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional.
We got to fix that bracket a little better next year, Zach.
Yeah.
Hey, just like the college football playoff, though. So we got a lot of brackets to fix for next year.